Be ready. 5 seconds.
In the order of this court, restrictions were imposed on the setting up of overhead transmission lines in a territory of about 99,000 square kilometers. Stop. In the operative directions, this court, observed para, double quote, in the light of the contentions urged on this aspect of the matter, we are conscious that the laying of the underground power line, more particularly of high voltage, though not impossible, would require technical evaluation on case-to-case basis, and an omnibus conclusion cannot be reached laying down a uniform method, and directions cannot be issued unmindful of the fact situation. Stop. Though that be the position, the consensus shall be that all low voltage power lines to be laid in the priority and potential habitats of the great Indian bustard shall in all cases be laid underground in future. Stop. In respect of low voltage overhead power lines existing presently in the priority and potential habitats of the GIB, the same shall be converted into underground power lines. Stop. Para. This court appointed a committee for assessing the feasibility of laying high voltage underground power lines. Stop. In paragraph 18 of its order, this court directed that in all cases where overhead power lines exist as on date in the priority and potential GIB areas, steps shall be taken to install bird diverters pending consideration of the conversion of overhead power lines into underground power lines. Stop. Moreover, the court directed that in all cases, where it is found feasible to convert the overhead lines to underground power lines, this shall be undertaken and completed within a year. Stop. The order of this court has been implemented by the committee by granting case-specific sanctions to projects where undergrounding was found not to be possible. Stop. Respondent numbers 1, 3, and 4 filed for modification of the directions issued by the judgment of this court. Stop. The grounds on which modification was sought are indicated below. Stop para. The committee shall be at liberty to assess the efficacy of bird diverters and subject to its own findings on efficacy, to lay down specifications for bird diverters with due regard to the parameters specified by the Central Electricity Authority. Stop. It shall also identify the number of bird diverters required for the successful implementation of conservation efforts. Stop. In this regard, the committee may also consider the recommendations of the Technical Expert Committee constituted by the Ministry of Power. Stop. The injunction which has been imposed in the order in respect of the area described as the priority and potential areas shall accordingly stand recalled, subject to the condition that the expert committee appointed by this court may lay down suitable parameters. Stop para. The Union of India and the concerned ministries are directed to implement the measures described in the preceding paragraph, which it has undertaken to implement. Stop. Further, they are directed to continue implementing the measures detailed in paragraph 8d of this judgment. Stop. The directions contained in the order shall accordingly stand substituted by those contained in the present judgment. Stop. The project clearances which have been granted pursuant to the recommendations of the earlier committee appointed in terms of the order shall not be affected by the present judgment. Stop. This court records its appreciation to the work which was done by the committee which was appointed in terms of the order. Stop. List in the second week of August 2024 for consideration of the report of the expert committee. Stop.